everyone. Are you suffering from post-Eurovision depression? If so, know that we are not licensed therapists, but you can join us for whatever on earth this video is going to be and commiserate with us about the fact that Eurovision's over. That'd be great.
How many people are tuning in because they're happy it's over?
Oh! Nobody.
Nobody.
Like those people that
There isn't a single person.
Why would they want to relive the hit?
Why would you want to watch our
hate
video?
watchers? I don't know. There's
You don't doom scroll YouTube. It's not a thing.
I think it is. It's definitely a thing.
Do get into those videos.
Anyway, we are gathered
here today
on this auspicious occasion. It's not auspicious. It's just a Tuesday to talk about Eurovision week, the finals, what we thought of results, how stuff went.
Who won our competition?
Who won our competition? I will put the point totals on the screen here, but
I can't see them.
If you make them come up with your hand movement, I will give you $1.
Well, you know what I'm not going to get? A hula hoop. Because somebody over here didn't win a hula hoop.
I had 2 whole countries get into the finals, thank you. And none of them were automatic ins, and 1 got the shaft getting in.
Got the shaft.
So, if you're completely confused about what we're talking about, before Eurovision we did a video that I will link, and there's probably a recommendation, and it's going to be in the playlist as well.
It's over there.
I don't really know where it is. But we drafted our own 5 countries each and competed with their point totals. And so winning by only 33 points was Carlina.
I was supposed to be the underdog here.
I'll give you a hint which country put it over the top.
Was it Italy?
It was Italy!
So congratulations to Carlina.
Thank you.
Trailing very closely was basically everyone's guess on who would win. Ms. Maya. Yeah. And I was way down below that, and then Tyler was indeed left cleaning up spilt water.
Denmark should have been in the final.
Should have been in the final.
So
nobody has probably expressed this emotion
except for all of Reddit.
Except for all of everybody who's ever watched any of this season.
I will say that as far as Reddit is concerned, everyone's over it by now.
Yeah.
Like, people were crying about it in the first couple days after the semifinal, and now everyone's just kind of moved on.
I'm not sure I'm not sure they would have helped me a lot ultimately, because I don't and we're gonna get into how the final went. But
Are we?
I think
you don't know.
I'm not sure they would have helped me a lot.
There's no format.
I would have gotten
Tyler's gonna do a full recap on his own.
Please, no one's here for
We're
that.
gonna do a full sing 10 measures of every song.
We're gonna do a song along.
I'm gonna win.
We're not.
Well, we're gonna do the dance along
we have a few
with
to
it.
get through.
So I thought we would take some time today to talk about the final and how we felt it went. And so some of you have been asking, like, oh, can you record your reactions? And in theory, we could record our reactions to the actual event, but it would mean having a filming setup that we don't currently own, because we're not going to sit here on these rickety chairs and watch it on this monitor. We watch it on the big screen upstairs.
4 hours.
Yeah, for 4 hours. We watch it on the big screen upstairs, and we do also have guests who join us.
They would have to sign a release. Maybe next year.
Even if they were up for it, I would feel bad springing it on them suddenly and making them feel like they have to be part of a video. Also, it gives
we'll have a non-video section.
It gives Tyler the freedom to yell at the screen during the entire event.
Yeah, everyone would be mad at Tyler.
Yes.
There would be a lot of censoring required.
There would be.
You just have to cut the whole thing.
It's no longer a family show.
Tyler screaming.
But there's also a lot of joy, and we had a good time.
It was very fun.
And Italy won. News for all of you who come to my channel first to find out all the facts about Eurovision.
Italy won, guys.
And you're watching this video.
Good job, Italy.
Yeah.
So we did our draft. We drafted who we thought could possibly win, but we didn't really talk about our own personal favorites. So I thought people are curious about who we really, really liked. And I kind of split it up into two different categories because there's songs that I'm going to listen to forever on Spotify, and there are songs that I really like the performance of it, and I want to watch it at Eurovision a million times, but I'm not necessarily going to listen to independently of the visuals. So,
Yes.
if you guys have any thoughts on your favorites,
How do you want to go?
whatever.
thoughts.
It's a free-for-all.
Is it?
Go for
There's,
it.
Okay.
Let's talk
it's
about your
basically
favorites
the
first.
Eurovision apocalypse. There are no rules.
Which order? So from the actual show, like the performances themselves, it sticks with my top 3 favorites anyway that don't include Iceland because that doesn't get to count. Iceland is just phenomenal, and we shouldn't compare everybody to them.
Okay.
Okay, that's a
I'll try really hard.
I know.
hot take.
It wasn't even like that was not the best performance, but everybody just needs to not be upset that I'm not choosing them for everything. So my top 3 anyway, Russia, Italy, and Ukraine. Now the Root rocked it out as well.
Mhm.
Not gonna
Yeah,
say
they did
that they
really-
didn't. The only thing was, and this is, it's kind of a disappointment, but it's not, is that I really, really kind of wish that the Ukraine would have done something
It's just-
different. Did I say that, Ukraine?
It's very American of you.
Well, I am.
That works.
Very. Anyway, yeah, so I kind of wish that something different would have happened on stage, but it was phenomenal anyway. So.
Mhm.
One of the comments from one of the other people who was at our thing is that she didn't have a lot of facial expression in that song.
That is.
I think that was
Yeah.
that's intentional.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish there was more.
She hasn't the entire time. Like, that is.
That's not
I
her
am on
vibe.
the opposite.
I think it'd be weird if
So-
she suddenly started like.
So I don't want it to be like animated. I just wish it wasn't side eye the whole time.
The side
I
eye was
think-
different, but she just never, like, shows any sort of, like, other than, I am singing at you very strongly.
I really liked what she did with it, as in not much, because first of all, the energy of that performance was like they were the highest energy performance in the entire show, and the audience went insane.
Nice.
They lost it. I read an article on this, and the guy that was there said it was like if you based the winner just on the audience reaction in the building at the
Yeah.
venue, it was
They were
Ukraine
losing
by
their
a
minds.
mile.
Yeah.
Like it was so good because it's just really intense, and that's the whole thing. And I really like the song on top of it. So I think it depends on your approach to it. Obviously, like I think it's going to be one of those situations. It's either you really like what she was doing with it, or you really don't. I think there's going to be a lot of gray area for people.
Switzerland obviously is a song I really, really love. However, performance-wise, it was not that interesting.
Yeah, everybody knows I already love Switzerland,
What?
but
If you're just tuning in.
I was confused by the choices, especially when he was doing like what?
Yep.
Okay. I understand maybe he was trying to be different than just standing or sitting and playing the piano, but I think he could have done it a little differently.
I have a
Vocally,
theory.
it sounded very good.
I have a theory. I wonder if it's like a Blanche City Lights situation where he doesn't give a lot of expression physically when he sings, and so it had to kind of be like pulled out of him. And so it kind of just didn't look comfortable. It didn't look
Because
like it
it's
was
not him.
Yeah, it didn't look like him.
I think that he is a good performer, but that choreography seemed like it wasn't something he made up. Somebody told him to do that, and it seemed
Yeah.
forced.
I wanted him to do, well, not him. I wanted it to be your stereotypical, like, wide shots, lots of stars, spinny, spinny, spinny.
So exactly what they did with France.
There
Except
was a
that
lot of close-ups.
hers
in
was
France,
mostly close up, but a lot of spinny, spinny,
Yeah,
spinny, and
but
stars.
I think that would have worked better for Switzerland.
Probably would have played to his strengths more too.
I like all of the songs. I mean, I've probably said this before, but honestly, I think this year there were no songs that I would just be like, ugh, I hate this song.
Mm.
And there's always, I feel like there's always a couple. Maya has a thought.
I would
Do
not
you feel
listen to
hate?
Spain again.
I would probably not listen to a live version. I think the recording is good. But yeah, live it didn't do anything for me.
In my recollection that I'm trying to think through that I've seen of Eurovision, which is not the most extensive, but it's quite a few years, I would say this is easily the strongest year for Eurovision in totem.
Mm.
And
I mean, it's always
easily
debatable,
the
but-
strongest finals. Like, but I think even back into the semifinals, like countries that didn't make it, like Denmark song, another one of my top 5. There were some pretty strong songs that didn't get in, and so it was
Austria.
it was an excellent year for Eurovision. Like, I mean, I don't know if it was like the year off, but last year seemed like there was a lot of great songs, but this year, like, maybe that year off and those artists being able to, a lot of the repeat artists were able to just really refine what they were doing for it based on people's reactions, but it's a really good year.
I think biggest happy surprises, like most improvements for me, Belgium, or not Belgium,
Nope.
Portugal
Yes!
nailed it. And it's
So
weird
much.
because we watched at least part of, not all of us, but some of us watched at least parts of the semifinals. And it seemed like everyone was consistently like off pitch and kind of either just not hearing themselves right or something. But on the actual night of the final, everyone was on key and
Almost
almost everyone did a really, really great job. Portugal really just nailed it. And, you know, it's not the style that everyone is going to vote for, clearly, but they brought the fullness of what they wanted to bring. And so I think they can be really proud of that. Portugal always just kind of like doesn't necessarily bow to the, oh, we have to bring something that will mesh with what is current in all of Europe or, you know, be as friendly to everyone's taste as possible. They're like, no, this is what we want to bring. We like this. Here you go. And that is an excellent way to choose songs.
I still don't think it should have won. I don't think it was a top 5 or anything. But, like, it's a song I would absolutely listen to and play on Spotify. Like, it was, and I enjoyed listening to it. And that is not the case for the first time we listened to it.
Wait, I didn't talk about Portugal.
Oh, did you? Well, you're going to talk about... Okay.
Say what you want.
Say Portugal.
It's
Just say
my
Portugal.
boyfriend's favorite song, and he has played it at least 8 times since I've... Well, not 8 times since then. 8 times, and I've also been with him. He's definitely played it more than 8 times by himself.
That's great. He's
turning straight into a Eurovision
He's gonna
listener.
serenade you.
The other very much improved, at least over the video we saw, was definitely Sweden.
Yes.
That
And-
was
yeah.
dramatic improvement.
Surgery, I think,
Oh, yes!
helped. He was, on pitch the whole time. Did a really great job.
Mhm.
Still kind of a blah song,
Mhm.
but
It
he
is.
did a good job with it.
I
Yeah.
What
was
he had.
very impressed with the open. Like, that was what I was so nervous for him about, because from day one, even into the semifinals, you could just tell. It was like he was still shaky, and granted, the semifinals, he had just had surgery. I mean, not just, but
No,
just.
no.
And
Still
so,
recovering.
obviously, he's still not that far out from it, but legitimately, it seems like he saved it all up for that moment.
Mm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Not on the top of my list, but I was really, really glad for him.
I would like to talk about Russia because
Let's.
her huge dress was one of the most awesomest things that happened on stage.
I
Yes.
did love that. That was so cool.
Every choice made was great.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that whole
She did a
set.
very, very good job.
I really wanted the dress to at least, I don't know, go longer or play a more part or somebody else get in the dress and like spin around stage. Because it was a very delightful prop. And it was only in the beginning I was a little sad about that. But it was very cool.
It wouldn't have made sense with the song for her to go back in.
No,
But-
like she can't, and she came out at the right time for the song. But
Right.
somebody else should have gotten in the dress and just gone around.
It should have had a bunch of little dresses in it, and then a bunch of people could have just been spinning all
That's
over.
not-
I
then
think
a doggy
it should have
comes
been a Russian nesting doll, and
Yeah.
it's just more. Yeah.
Many, many
Exactly.
spinny dresses.
Any of that were disappointing? Carlina and I can think of.
Carlina has some right here.
You
Okay,
Be kind.
so am I gonna be kind?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so kind. Okay, so this is one of mine. So Bulgaria, growing up is getting old. I love the song. She actually was much better than she was in semifinals as far as like vocals go, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
It was very good in that way. I was disappointed in the set and the energy that she brought to it. I get that it's not an energetic song and it's like deep and emotional, but that doesn't mean you can't have energy in your voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that also just kind of traipsing around stage because that's basically what it's about. But yeah, I was a little disappointed in the overall performance, considering it's one of mine. And I would have given her up to get Denmark in just in case, no matter, like, I like her a lot. And then Shanggu, Birth of a New Age.
Oh.
That didn't hit me the same way.
Oh, really?
I'm not
that
saying it was
my
bad.
friend's favorite song
I
as well.
really liked it. One, I was very distracted by the mustache. Why did that have to happen? I had a really hard time listening.
That's
I'm
what
so
his
sorry.
face looks like.
I'm so sorry. I can't.
Carlina has some hang-ups.
His mustache looks perfectly fine on his face.
It would look weird on my foot.
His face
No,
fits
I
that
get it,
mustache.
okay. No, I'm not entirely. Okay, but here's where else I was disappointed with that song is, and this is stop.
Aside from its ne point.
Yes. Wow. So in the music video, which is what we reacted to start with, and obviously first introduction to this song, you have all of the elements that he's singing about. You see the traditional side and the new age side, and it's like it's entirely missing the traditional side of the song that is kind of, at least for me, part of what it was about. And I think that was kind of, it did the song a disservice. Overall, I think it was a good performance, but I was sad to see that left out.
I thought Netherlands did a great job. It was a high energy for those of us in the room anyway. We all kind of.
Yeah. I
We're
thought
excited about it.
I thought it was a good
I was
song.
excited about it.
I was surprised to see the score
Yeah.
for Netherlands
Oh,
on,
yeah.
on both sides.
I wasn't because it's a host country and that's what you do.
That's
No.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But
Disappointed but not surprised.
Got it.
I would say Serbia. Their choreography was off. Like I don't know if they were just worn out. I mean, they were high energy all week long, and all during all of the performances and afterwards too. But it was not clean. The performance itself was not clean. The vocals were fine. They were, as they had always sounded. But yeah, like they weren't hitting stuff together, and it was.
It was so that was
I wanted
the
to do
most,
better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was disappointed with
Camera
that.
choices weren't great for them either.
Oh, Greece?
Hmm.
What? What?
Greece, what?
What is the dancing green screen man?
It's Let's Dance. I mean, Just Dance. I mean, Last Dance.
Yes. You specifically those things.
I think it was a fun gimmick that they tried. I think.
It works on
Poor
screen. It doesn't work
people
on
in
stage.
the audience.
Well, yeah, but your audience experience at Eurovision is always going to be different.
Yeah.
Like, think Australia from 2 years ago.
The bendy
Because
poles?
yeah.
They could still see them on the bendy poles.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
You didn't get the same
Oh
effect.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Eurovision has always been about the broadcasting side of things to show off technology and television and audio. And so, yeah, a lot of the performance kind of caters more toward that than toward the audience experience. The audience takes care of itself, though. They like help each other with the vibe. It's not about this. The artist doesn't necessarily have to provide that for the audience. The audience is already pretty lit. Any crazy surprises other than green screen invisible people?
I am curious, and I'm not trying to throw shade anywhere here on this, but like I am curious if this is the first time that many countries have gotten no points from the popular vote. It's gotta. I mean, it has not happened in my remembering. In your remembering,
is what I would like to say is that they're not bad songs. It's just there's so many better songs, and it's just people's favorite songs that get points.
Yeah, I think...
So nobody would choose UK as their favorite song when there's
gonna
so
listen
many
to it.
other ones that are better.
I gave 5 hearts during the performance because I had nothing else to write down for them. To Finland, Iceland, Ukraine, and Russia. So this is where my love stands. I think we already know that. Aside from Italy, just because, yeah, I really liked Finland, and I wish I could put them higher up on my list. I feel like me putting them up in the my top 3 / kind of 4 list would be like cheating on Italy. Because they're in the same kind of genre and they were so good. They were so
very
good.
different genre. They're pretty separate.
They're okay.
I mean, when it comes to Eurovision, they're not that different because it's like rock.
You're getting rock
ballad.
Exactly. So in the rock category, I was just like, I can't. I did like what they did with the red because they couldn't do it. So let's just highlight it.
I do kudos to the producers for putting Finland right after Germany as well, who were also told that they couldn't just wave a middle finger around, so they made it a peace sign.
Yep.
That frequently came down to dance.
I feel sorry for her sore arms.
Seriously.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Yeah.
And speaking of Germany, by the way, on the 4 countries that got no points in the popular vote, good on them. Like, they were very sportsmanlike. They were very
so was
very
James
good
Newman.
about it.
Oh yeah.
That's why all 4. That's what I'm saying. All 4 of them.
Okay, sorry.
Like, they all 4 took it really well. They were
Yes.
clearly disappointed.
Yeah.
But James Newman definitely set the bar when he stood up, was clearly not angry, and he got a standing ovation from the crowd.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, this is how you lose gracefully.
Yeah.
Yes,
And it was the
I should take notes.
what's his face from Germany did a great, he was excited. He was apparently happy to get 0 points.
I mean, if you're not gonna
took it
win,
at another level.
You're still going to be memorable for
Yeah, and it's like they all seem to take it very well, and that because I always feel very bad for that. As an artist, I'm like, that's really hard because that's the public perception of your song, and it's skewed in this, and it's not really a gauge of your popularity and how good your song was necessarily, but it's still that's not easy to take, and they did very gracefully.
Yeah.
Also, I would just like to say the way that they announced points this year is the best, and they should always do it forever.
It worked this time. We don't want any more Jon Lundvig surprise. You got hardly any points. Blah de blah nonsense. That was heartbreaking. Yeah, I had a thought. I don't remember what it was.
Also, the jury, they only need to announce 12 points. They don't need to say 8, 10, 12. There's
Thank
no
you
need.
for only announcing 12 points. That went a lot smoother.
And quicker.
It was nice. There weren't too many crazy theatrics. Little heavy-handed on the Yaya Ding Dong bit. Also because I've read in interviews.
It was wonderful.
I've also read in interviews that he's sick and tired of people yelling that at him and wanting him to yell it back. So the fact, he was clearly told to do that, and he had a nice smile on his face as he did. But I think maybe he just wants to put it behind him a little bit. I want to say I feel a little bit bad for Destiny. Every time they cut to the green room, I felt like she just wasn't enjoying that portion of things, And I don't know if it's just because she had been favored to win or it was kind of a will they, won't they type of situation. I don't know if she was feeling extra pressure or just kind of caught up in the, like, competition part of it. But yeah, she
looked very sad.
She looked like she was, like, just, like, clutching her ticket, like, will I win, will I not?
Yeah.
And that's a long time to wait if that's how you're
Yeah.
feeling the entire voting session. So I hope that all the performers got some good sleep and a great reception going back home to their home countries. So if you recall from our draft, we also guessed which place in the final results the countries that we drafted would land, and not a single one of us got any of them spot on. So none of us got any bonus points.
They're
Oh,
the
I
alien
was the
six.
closest.
No
Yeah.
hula hoops.
No hula hoops for anyone.
Lithuania was 2 off.
Yeah, I had quite a few that I was 2 or 3 off. I think the Netherlands is probably the one I was the furthest from. I'm not sure. But,
Netherlands. We didn't draft the Netherlands.
No. Sorry, other than
She
what we
was
drafted,
very far off from
I,
that.
I placed all 26 in my mind. And on paper. He smells so bad.
But he's adorable.
He is adorable. Be thankful you can't smell him.
He's my boy.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up here because this has gone on long enough. Thank you everyone for joining us this year as we muddle through, and yeah, I thank you all for hanging out with us and commenting and just enjoying Eurovision this year. We are basically officially signing off for the year, but we'll probably post a couple of videos here and there just
Yeah.
if stuff comes up that we want to chat about. So
August 14th.
what?
We'll see you there.
What's August 14th?
Oh, can I officially have a beef with humanity?
Yep.
Dali Freire is coming to the U.S. in 2022. And
He's sold out
He's sold
everywhere.
out everywhere.
They said that they were gonna look on getting bigger venues.
Yes.
Please get bigger venues.
And then just
More
tell
venues.
us.
Please
Granted-
come to Minnesota.
Anywhere in Minneapolis.
If we get a
really.
chance to go see Dali Freire next year, we'll let you know. Don't worry, we'll talk about it. Anyway,
A lot.
that's it for us. Until Eurovision 2022, or until we feel like posting something random.
August 14th.
August 14th. What if we actually do something on August 14th? Don't count on it. It's not gonna happen.
We're gonna forget.
Hobbs would like to say thank you as well for thinking that he's cute. Jeeves is back there crying.
He's already been. He got some camera time.
He got some camera time. All right, that's it for us. See you later.